Hey! Before you do anything else, picture this: the very first time you hit play on the sound light and the room opened up around you instead of just filling with noise, you're going to sit there stunned because it doesn't just play sound, it places it. This is for the kind of person who hears the difference between detail and depth without being told. You know when vocals feel boxed in, when layers crowd each other, when clarity disappears into background mush. You don't settle for mediocre sound that just exists. You want presence, nuance, and the sensation that your space belongs to the music, not the other way around. Before you go deeper, take a second to check the current price and stock. Smart speakers this capable with true room correction and high-resolution performance don't linger at predictable pricing for long, and hesitating has a funny way of turning into regret. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment your old speaker sounded flat instead of full. Songs you love felt familiar but lifeless. Dialogue seemed distant. Bass felt like a guess, not a foundation. You told yourself it was fine. Until the second you realized it wasn't. You'd outgrown compromise, and once you feel what real clarity does in your space, you never go back. The first week with this speaker feels like someone finally matched the sound to your room instead of forcing it through a one-size-fits-all shape. Music suddenly has space. Instruments sit where they should. Vocals are grounded and real. You'll start noticing details you didn't even know you were missing, subtle harmonics, breath between notes, layers that just exist instead of fighting to be heard. Whether you're unwinding after a long day, firing up a playlist that sets the mood, or letting a podcast just feel natural instead of strained, the difference is unmistakable. And because it adapts to your room with RoomFit, it never feels like you're forcing your space to accommodate the speaker accommodates you. It's not about volume, it's about intention. Once you experience this level of presence, anything less starts to feel like listening through sound instead of with it. If you're wavering, don't wait for odd price swings or stock quirks. Quality like this gets noticed fast, and people scoop it up when they realize what they're missing. Maybe part of you wonders if wireless convenience comes at the cost of depth. It doesn't here. Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 keep things seamless. The highs stay clear, the mids stay grounded, the lows stay defined. You actually feel the difference, not just hear it. Here's something most people don't expect at first: once your space is tuned and balanced, listening becomes easier on your ears. Long sessions don't fatigue you. Tracks feel connected, not disjointed. That's the subtle power most setups never reach. Owning something like this changes how your room feels. You sit down differently. You listen with intention. Your space starts to feel complete. Music feels layered and alive, vocals stay natural and present, every track gains depth and clarity, listening feels effortless and richer, room finally feels sonic and intentional. Bluetooth range varies with obstacles, max peak power isn't theater loud. Eventually you stop cycling through lesser options because they all start to feel like steps backward. Every time you imagine something weaker, it feels like losing nuance you already know you want. Don't let this be one of the upgrades you delay and look back on with "I should have done that sooner." If you want sound that finally matches how you expect audio to feel, immersive, detailed, warm, and present, check the price, trust that instinct that recognizes quality, and bring home sound that actually keeps up with how you live and listen.